I am live. There we go. Okay. Yay. We're here. Man, I'm so used to my hair's not doing too good today. Even though I'm bald. I like how I'm saying it while I'm live. Turbo's calling me. He's calling me.
Of course he is.
Turbo, I can't answer. He's such a fool.
I didn't say it. I stopped myself.
Nah, you're good. You're good. All right. So, yes, we are live. I'm just making sure it is live, so that's good. We got 3 likes already. Thank you all. Let's see here. Okay. Well, once again, I would say good morning, everyone, but here we are. It's the afternoon. So, anyway, as you can, what?
Excuse my voice, everyone. When I talk, I sound lovely.
Anyway.
Sick.
It's all in good fun. All in good fun. Anyway, so as you all can tell by the title of the video, I actually did not know what I was going to do for this week's until I just opened the Bible and I saw the 10 Commandments. So I was like, you know what? This will be good because that also leads to next week as well, which we'll get to that at the very end. But anyway, so first of all, I do want to say welcome to anybody that is watching live, which I need to pull up my live chat. There we go. And then I also want to say, if you're watching this after it's uploaded, welcome. Like, subscribe for more awesome stuff like this, because this is probably, that's not probably, it is the best thing ever that we could ever learn about is this stuff right here. Anyway, so Crib Mom, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. You're still not feeling good. I'm tired as heck, but I'm still here.
I'm here.
Well, anyway, we're still missing our old gurney, as we like to call her.
Yeah,
Love and miss her. Prayers are out to her. But we are trying to get it set up to where we can do one of these at the hospital.
She might get to come home Wednesday.
She might get to come home Wednesday? This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
I talked to her earlier. I meant to tell you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I forgot.
I know.
They want to see how she does when they put that tube in. We're doing that Tuesday, so we'll see.
What the heck?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Hold on. Turbos.
More.
Yes. Like, dude, come on. You know. Okay. Anyway, so yes, we are talking about the 10 Commandments. Now, real quick before we get into the actual Bible and see what that says about that. What do we know about the 10 Commandments? Mom, would you like to go first?
No, you go first.
You're going to let me go first. Well, basically, it's the 10 Commandments. It's 10 Commandments that...
10 laws.
I love how she says I get to go first, and yet here she is.
You got me thinking.
Well, go ahead. Ladies first.
It's the 10 laws, rules that God set down.
Set for man, that basically sets you for life, really?
Yep.
Pretty much.
And we all have broke
at least one, but in his eyes, it's all of them. So take that with what you will. So yes, as she said, it's the 10 Commandments for us to obey. And, at some point or another in our life, we've at least broken one, if not all, for some people. But what are exactly the 10 Commandments? And I guess this is a good, if I can grab the Bible. Okay. I got 2 Bibles here and they were stuck together. Not like stuck, but you know what I mean. All right. So we're in Exodus chapter 20. If anybody does have a Bible, that is where the 10 Commandments are. So obviously by this point, Moses is up in, what's that place called? Is that the mountain? The mountain of, hey, hush.
No.
I think it is Mount Sinai. Yes, I think you are right on that. But we'll get to that later. In fact, that's going to be next week's thing. At the very end of this, today we're going to talk about the 10 Commandments. what they mean, and I'm going to give examples of breaking them from personal experience or just common knowledge, and then also how I overcame some of them. Oh, that's why she's growling. There's someone walking. Okay, little girl, be quiet.
Be good girl.
So anyway, so I'm just going to start at chapter 20, verse 1. And God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. So this is him telling you, hey, I brought you out. And then he speaks the 10 Commandments. Yes, to Moses. But if you guys remember, he also placed them on 2 tablets. He was supposed to bring down with him, which he did, but something happens, and we'll get into that next week, like I said. Anyway, so the first one is, you shall not have no other gods before me. So what does that exactly mean? That means no God is before him. He is the God. He is the Alpha, the Omega, exactly. He is the one to worship and not any other. He is above all other gods, because some people believe in multiple gods. But he is the true, mighty, almighty, Alpha, Omega, one and only God. So that's the first commandment. I can't really give a personal experience with this one because I've either believed just in him and Jesus, or there for a little bit I didn't believe in anything. As we all heard my story last week, I did turn away from religion there for pretty much my whole high school career. I went down a dark path, as we all know, but I am good today and think I'm getting better with the Lord. I'm not obviously the best, and I will never be the best probably, but actually, no, probably. I'm just not going to be the best. So yes, but other than that, I don't have any other. Yeah, I've never broken that, unless you count me turning away from God, which I guess kind of is a way, but I never worshipped anything above him, if that makes any sense. So I didn't put anything else before him. Still don't to this day. So that's the first one. Krimam, you want to read the second one, or do you have any experience with this one before we continue?
I know who my Lord and Savior is.
Okay, so
I might have been angry and turned away from him, but I've always tried to come back and be better, and I'm trying to be better now and stay focused.
Well, there you go. There you go. Okay. So do you want to read the second one, or
no idols?
No idols.
You must not make for yourself an idol of any kind, or an image of anything in the heavens, or the earth, or the sea. You must not bow down to them or worship them. For I am the Lord your God, and a jealous God, who will not tolerate your affection for any other gods. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children. The entire family is affected, even children in the 3rd and 4th generations of those who reject me.
So there you go. That kind of goes along with the first one, is just obey me. Obey me, me only, worship me, don't worship anybody but me.
Idols.
There's no false idols that you can worship that is not him.
That means celebrities.
Yep, celebrities, other friends, family, no physical objects like statues, money, no birds, nothing, nothing in the sea, nothing in the sky, nothing on land, nothing but him and him only, no false idols. That's basically it. Again, I don't really have a personal opinion on this, or not personal opinion, personal example of this one, because once again, I either just worshipped him or didn't worship him at one point. This kind of goes along with the first one, just he's the only God, so don't have other idols. You can't have him as your only God and then worship, a statue of Moses if there's anything like that. No, that's not Not a thing. Him only, basically, is what those two go hand in hand with each other, I'd like to say. So as for the third one, remember the Sabbath day, so the seventh day of the week. Keep it holy. For 6 days, you got to work your butt off because you sinned. You have to work, and then the seventh day you rest. So for some people that don't know, on my main channel, I stream 6 days a week, and on the seventh day, I don't stream. I don't make money that day. I just rest. I just focus on editing, for an example, which some people may argue that technically makes me money, but I don't upload anything on those days. So I'm not making money. I'm not working. I'm not doing what I'm not supposed to do, basically. And yes, I believe that it is Saturday since it is the seventh day of the week. People changed it. I believe it had something to do with, what was it?
I knew this, but I can't think of it right now.
Something to do with, wasn't it the Jewish, or was it?
Say anything wrong.
Right, I know. And I apologize if I am wrong, but
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'll do more research on that, but
I know that the Sabbath day
is holy.
Is holy, and he considers it Saturday.
Exactly.
Sunday is the beginning of the week.
So for you guys that worship on Sunday, it's always good to worship him.
We should do it every
but
day.
You should theoretically do it every day, but Saturdays is the day to keep it holy instead of Sunday, at least in my opinion. That's how I look at it. Especially if you look at our calendar, it starts on Sunday and it goes to Saturday instead of Monday to Sunday, So that's basically what that commandment is. Let's see. Do you want to read the next one, Crim Mom, or do you want me to go ahead and read?
Go ahead.
You want me to?
I sound like a frog.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, actually.
And it makes me cough.
You know what? This one I do have an example of for the Sabbath day. And I think pretty much 99% of so-called Christians or even Christians themselves, and there's a reason why I use that, and I'll get into that at a later time, but we worship and make Sunday holy. I've done it. Crim Mom's done it. I did it growing up. That's just because I was really just following orders from my dad's side of the family because we always go to church on Sunday instead of Saturday. But of course, as a kid, I didn't know. So technically, I broke that commandment. But at the same time, we've all broke it. So, I mean, now.
But then again, there's nothing wrong with going to church on Sunday.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that one's kind of confusing.
Well, I think what it means is take the Saturday to rest. Don't work.
I pretty much think that's what that means. And I think I've been doing really good on that. I don't do anything work-wise Saturday except for editing. But at the same time, I'm not releasing that stuff until any other day but Saturday. So
I usually don't. But there's times
it really just depends. But that's about the Sabbath day. And if there is anybody watching watching when this has been uploaded, feel free to leave comments of examples, maybe some adding points that we could add to the future or something we missed, anything. And if you are watching right now, which it only shows 2, but if you guys have anything to add right now, go ahead. So anyway, so that's number 2. Or no, that's number 3. Yeah, that's number 3. Let me mark these off so that I know. We did those 2. I'm about to do that one. The 7th day. Yes, we just did that one. Okay. So the 4th one. Honor thy mother and father. Oh boy, do I have so many of examples from this. I'd be here all day talking about that.
We both would.
Yes. As a kid, I was a demon. Ornery demon. I like to blame my ADHD for that, and I'm sure that had part of it. But at the same time, I was just a little rascal back then.
Yes, you were so cute.
Oh, thank you, because I'm not now. But anyway, so So yeah, that's I'm sure all of us have done that. So what does that exactly mean? It's very simple. Respect your parents, you know, have respect for them, honor them, you know, they raised you, they, you know, they're your parents. Like, come on now. I don't think I need to go too much into that. If you have something to add, you can go ahead and add it. But
You said that's right.
All right, then.
Said the same thing.
Some examples, you know, not saying that I did do this, not going to deny it either. You know, yelling at your parents, you know, that's a form of disrespect. Now, I do believe as a kid, you do need to have respect. Absolutely. When you're an adult, you still need to have respect. But at that point, I do believe that it should go both ways because you have grown. You know, you have grown up. You know what your parents want from you. You know, just live your life. You know, do the best you can. You know, all that. That's what they want ultimately from you, and make sure that you still have respect. Though that's the main thing. Though, don't cussing out your parents. Don't, you know, push them down if they're at their highest point or whatever. You know, just respect them. You know, love them. Be there for them. Care for them. You know, don't cuss them out every time you see them. Is one example anyway. You got anything to add?
I mean, I'm doing the best I can to honor mine. I only have one.
Right.
So I'm doing everything I can to
Mm-hmm.
make sure she's here. And I take the best care of her I can.
There you go.
Mean, I fail. I know I do.
We all have those points, you know. You know, you can't be. But here's the thing, too. You can't be taken advantage of, and you can't be walked on either. You know, you have to stand up for yourself a little bit.
Everybody needs to have boundaries. Exactly.
And I think I hope and I pray and I really do think that God does understand some points where the parents are in the wrong and the kid's like, hey, listen, you're being wrong right now. Please just back off of me.
But it's also the way.
It is the way.
It is. You speak about. You can have a conversation.
Right, exactly. So, like, for instance, if Crim Mom over here comes and slaps me across the face for no reason, I could be just an example. I'm making up as I go. I could be like, instead of Crim Mom, how dare you hit me and hit her back, you know, again, wouldn't do that. But you go, hey, or I would go, hey, Crim Mom, listen, I know you were angry, but please, you don't need to hit me, you know. I'm using an example.
I know.
You know, just, you know, please don't hit me. Don't slap me. I don't need to be slapped, you know. Now I'm just thinking about getting slapped now.
It's not going to happen.
But yeah, that's just an example. You know, take that with what you will. All right, the next one. Thou shalt not murder. I definitely, unless you count insects.
Well, I was thinking about that because, you know, we kill insects without even knowing we're killing insects. Like little ants, we step on those every day.
Well, if you count insects,
I'm just thinking,
which some people may argue that, you know, oh, they're God's creation, you know, they're a living thing. So does that count as murder? I mean,
the way I look at it, it doesn't. How do I want to put this? What's the words I want to use?
Is it something along the lines of all commandment? Like if you break one, you break them all.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
all. Well, if we do count insects and the animals, we all killed something. Mm-hmm. We've all killed something.
That's a good way to put it.
I mean,
now they're, you know, but at the same time,
I'm just saying,
at the same time, you can also look at it this way. What do we eat? We eat meat, you know, well, meat eaters anyway, they eat meat. Where's the meat come from? Animals. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, so God created animals, some animals, to be eaten.
Correct.
You know, like deer. Like squirrel, cow, pigs, rabbits. In some places, some people eat dogs, but
some people eat horses.
Yeah, some people eat horses. I mean, I think what he means by this is don't kill another, like if you're a human being, don't kill another human being. I think that's what he means. Obviously, if you have an ant infestation, you don't need that. They ruin your food. They ruin, your living space technically, so you got to get rid of them. And you can't just pick them up because they're little slimy little critters that get out of the littlest of things. So you just spray them with ant killer and sweep them up, mop and clean up, and then be done with it. The same thing with, now, obviously, if someone's attacking you, going to kill you, whatever, you do everything you can to survive. That I also believe is the exception. If you're getting attacked,
I'm going to do everything I can to protect mine.
Exactly. There you go.
Which means you.
It means everybody in this household.
Right.
If someone broke in, their chances of living are slim to none.
I will die before I let anybody touch what's mine.
There you go. So, I think he'll be okay with that too. Other than that, just murdering just because. So all the murderers out there, what happens to them? They get either thrown in jail or they even get put to death themselves. So, keep that in mind. And that's actually a good segue. Here on Earth, we view, different crimes as different levels of punishment that we could get or whatever. In God's eyes, you break the thou shalt not steal, which we're getting to that in a little bit. You're a murderer in his eyes. You committed adultery. You dishonored your parents by doing that, which technically is true. Your parents tell you not to steal. You go and steal. You dishonored your parents while also stealing. There you go. So, and you know what? You could be stealing something important to somebody that gets them killed over it. So technically you're to blame for that too. There you go. If you really think about it. Comes back to
one commandment.
Yep.
In God's eyes, it's all commandments. Because it just goes down the line.
It really does.
You never know what one broken commandment can lead to. It can lead to all sorts of things. So, and we're all guilty of it.
All right. So the next one: do not commit adultery. Well, actually, hold on. I already said examples about killing. Now, me killing another human being, never done it, never will. I don't want to do that unless someone's attacking me or someone I care about. No one has anything to worry about from me anyway. I'm sure you don't have examples, but
move to the next.
Yeah. Commit adultery. Commit adultery. Do not commit adultery. What does that mean? Why? Fan. No, you're good. You're good. I'm taking it. I'm going to let you take this one.
No, I'm letting you take this one.
Well, obviously. Well, first of all, what does it mean, Grandma?
It means having relations of sorts with the opposite, especially if you're with someone.
If you're with somebody, stay committed to them. You don't want to.
And as God says, if you've ever lusted in your heart, you've committed adultery. Yep,
that is true. That is true. So even if you even thought about it, so when when Crimson was out on a date with his ex, and if he looked at another woman and was like, man, and started getting those thoughts, I committed adultery. Then did I personally do that? No, I didn't do that. Never have, never did, never will either. Grandmom, you got any examples that you want to share?
We've done. I've done it.
You've done it?
I've done it.
Okay.
So I'm guilty of that one.
Okay. Well, I'm not necessarily guilty. I've done things while single, but that's other things.
When I was married, no. I never. Since I've been single and maybe dating, yes, I've looked at somebody else and said,
"Ooh, he's cute."
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. That's adultery. Once again, that could also lead into some other things. When you commit adultery, that could get someone killed over it. That could dishonor your parents because they taught you, stay with this one, and you stayed with that one, but then went on a date with someone else and then ended up going to the hotel room, if you know what I mean, or something like that. that's, it all leads back. In his eyes, you've broken all of them when you did that, All right, so the next one. Ooh, this is a good one. Thou shalt not steal.
Which you dabbled with that a little bit.
I did dabble with that. Grandmom, I'm going to let you go first on this one for a very particular reason, and I'll get to that when you're done. Have you ever stolen anything in your life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to share?
I was a kid.
You were a kid? Okay.
I thought the stuff was free because I used to get it all the time. They used to have little things that you could take it to the store. Well, they were no longer free. And I walked back in and gave them to him and said sorry. I've taken candy.
You're taking candy, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything major though? Anything major that you might want to?
Mostly candy.
Mostly candy.
Mostly candy.
Nothing bigger. Money.
I don't.
Someone's property.
If I need money,
You've asked.
That's something I've always done.
Well, now's my turn, I guess. I'm going to start when I was a kid. Let's see, elementary school. I used to steal little marbles all the time because I was so fascinated with them. And they weren't like regular marbles. Like, they were like magnetism marbles. They were just so cool. And I just always would steal one when I came home and hid them from my mother and father. There was one time my dad caught me with one, and I said, "Oh, I just found it." So I lied there. So there we go, which we'll get to that later. Let's see. I have taken money before, but Grandmom's caught me. I took a 20 out of her. Again, I was a kid. Just said my dad gave me $20, and she caught on real quick. She was really smart. Let's see. Was there anything else? Trying to think if there's anything recent. I don't think I've done that recently, to be honest. No, because I don't need to steal. I buy everything that I want nowadays. If I want it, I go out and get it. That's how I am now. So I have no reason to steal. Trying to see if there's any good examples. I do have a good example. This was kindergarten. We had little Lego sets for class when there was time periods where we can play, and we had Lego sets, and there was this one Lego minifigure I really liked. I always played with them day in and day out. I ended up taking them home, stealing it, and my friend that was in that class saw me with it on the bus. He told the bus driver, and then the next day I went in, I forgot all about it, and he told the teacher right in front of everyone, and she called me out on it, and we and her ended up having a talk about it, and I'm trying to remember if I ever did eventually, because I remember denying it, but I don't remember if I ever finally said, yeah, I did it, or if I just stuck to the story of, oh no, that was from my Lego figure from my home, and I just carried it around in my backpack, or I put it in my backpack yesterday on accident or whatever. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Obviously, yes, I stole it, and yes, I am ashamed of it. My 5-year-old self stole a Lego minifigure, so that was pretty fun. I don't even remember what Lego figure it was. I think it was literally just a random minifigure that just looked cool. I think that's what it all. And I think he was on a bicycle too. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been years.
Lord.
So that's probably my best story right there, because all the other ones are boring. But anyway, that's pretty much stealing. I'm trying to remember if I stole any. I don't think. I've stolen candy before, not from stores, but I sneak in the crim. Okay, I snuck into your candy not too recently, all your caramels, if you count that. But
I tell you, you have
exactly. So there we go. So you don't count that, so that's nothing special. So that's thou shalt not steal. That's a good one. Yeah, I could probably think of more, but
I'm sure we both could, but
yeah.
I think that's enough.
All right, okay. Next one. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor, so thou shalt not lie. Oh, what can I say about this one? I'll go ahead and start this one. We'll let Fred go last for this one because just getting back to the story about stealing, I lied about the minifigure. Yes, I lied. I lied to Mom about Dad giving me $20 and it was really out of her purse. I've lied about the marbles that I just found it, which I did technically find it, but I knew where I got it from. So I lied. I don't lie these days,
like
though.
you said, he was ornery.
I was very ornery. But anything recent, I mean, I might have lied to friends just to not have them judge me, but recently I haven't lied about anything that I can remember. I'm, like I said, I'm an adult now. I don't have a reason to lie. I just tell the truth, and there we go. Crim Mom's like, "Oh, did you take this?" "Yeah, I took it." "Why?" "Because I was hungry, or whatever." Or, "Did you drink my last thing?" "Why?" "Yeah, I did. I was thirsty, or I took a swig of your drink," or whatever, So Crim Mom, lying.
We've all done it.
You got any examples you want to share?
Shit. Too many, and I'm not going there. I'm just gonna say I've done it. I'm ashamed of it, but I can tell you we've even a little white lie is still a lie.
Now, I do believe there are exceptions to lying. For an example, if it's to protect someone you love, when it comes, like say a murderer comes up and says, "Hey, Crimson, I'm looking for your mother. Where is she? I'm gonna kill her." "Oh, she left is in the hospital right now at in another state," when really she's in the bathroom. I think the good Lord would be like, "Okay, I understand what you're doing. You're fine." Or another example of where I think he's okay with is for Christmas or birthdays, for presents or for surprise parties. "Oh, we're not talking about a party for you. We're talking about a party for me." Obviously, you don't want to give away the surprise. I think he's okay with that. I think when it benefits you, when you have to lie, I think that's when he has a problem with it. He wants you to always be truthful. So if you stole some money, buckle up and admit to it. Don't lie. If you steal that minifigure, don't lie just so you can try to keep it. Just tell the damn truth. Basically. So that's basically about lying. Grandmom, you want to read the next one?
Where we at?
Let's see. We do not lie, which I'm trying to find that. Where is that one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we still got one. We still got two more.
Go ahead, because I lost track of where.
Do not be jealous. In other words, or in his words, I should say, you shall. My goodness, that fan. There we go. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife or his male or female servants, donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. So don't be jealous about things that other people have that you don't have. So, for instance, if Crim Mom got $100 and you're like, and Crimson's over here being like, "The heck, so jealous. I wish I had $100." Don't be jealous, because examples. Yeah, it could be. That $100 could go towards your birthday or your presents, or just given to you just because, or even goes towards bills for things for her, or anything. You don't need to be jealous. Be happy with what you got, and if you want it, go out there and get it. Work for it. Don't steal. Don't lie when you steal it. Don't just earn it the right way, basically. So from some examples, I've obviously been jealous before. I've been jealous when it comes to friends having stuff. There was the time that my friend, I'm trying to think of a good one because I know I've been jealous a few times. Well, you got any examples while I think?
I've been jealous of somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they skinnier than me?
Why are they skinnier? Okay.
But I know what I've been through and why I look the way I do, and I finally accepted who I am. And it doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, my nose is.
excuse me. I'm still trying to think of a good one. I've never been jealous about that kind of stuff.
Must be a good thing. I don't know.
I've been jealous of. Let's see. I know when I was a kid, I was always jealous that adults got to basically do whatever the heck they wanted. And
can I ask a question? Were you ever jealous of your younger brother?
Of my younger brother? Was I ever jealous? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. If was I really? I mean, there was a few times I was more confused than jealous on a few occasions. Like, for instance, Crim Mom would always tell me, "Oh, I'm going to treat you the same way I'm going to treat your brother the same way I treat you." So, for instance, if I was gone for a weekend, she would take James to the store, for an example, and get him a new toy, And every time that it was just me and her, when I got a toy, she always said, "Hey, we got to get something for your brother. That ain't fair." But then when I would come home from a time when it was just him and her, I had nothing waiting for me, So I guess in a way I was kind of jealous about that, but I was more just confused on why that's a thing. Why would she tell me?
Well, the problem with that being, you had a grandmother or grandmothers that would buy you whatever you wanted. So I was like, I don't even know
my dad's mom always made me earn it. She always was good about teaching you, hey, you don't just get handed stuff. You got to earn the stuff.
I'm just saying.
Now, your mother, that's a different story. I understand that part, but
because you got so much that it's like I don't even know what to give you anymore. So that's usually why I waited till you got home and let you pick something if you
right.
They can be candy.
So I mean, was I jealous? Oh, I guess that's a form of jealousy. I guess it is. So yeah, sure. I was jealous of my younger brother. Let's see. I was really, I guess, more jealous, and now that I think about it, that his dad treated him different than he did me. But again, he wasn't my biological father, so I kind of understand that. But at the same time, you're married to, our mother, his mother, which is also my mother, and you knew me before you knew my brother.
But I did not.
No, you did. There was a different level compared to what he did versus what you did. His was out of control. When it came to my brother, it was like, oh my goodness! Even if my brother accidentally which he did get pinched by the door one time, and it was on accident. Oh man, I got my butt chewed out for that by him, and he was so pissed it wasn't even funny. But anyway. So was I jealous? Yes, I was jealous at times. Other times, I'd say I was more confused. But mostly, yeah, I would say I was jealous.
I'm sure you were hurt too.
Oh, I was very hurt. I was very hurt on a few occasions. My brother always got treated better, and that's why I always went with my grandmother. I always wanted to be with her because I knew she would treat me good compared to him, and he could stay here, be loved, and I'd go over there where I knew I was loved. At least that's my thought process back then. So yeah, I was definitely jealous. Were you ever jealous of your brother?
I wouldn't say jealous, but I can see certain things that Nana has said and done.
Oh yeah.
I can see my brother probably being a little jealous of me. Maybe not, just because I got spoiled more than he did. Whatever, for whatever reason. There's just there's a different level of with him, how she treats him and how she treats me. I guess because I'm her baby, so she tries to still protect me even though I'm a grown woman. And that's a mother, though. We can't help it. We really can't help it. That's just in our DNA.
Well, I accidentally missed one on this page. I was looking. I was at the end. I was like, "There's one more."
I know there. That's why I was.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I got it now. Well, and obviously, last but not certainly least, unless you have more things about jealousy.
No, because I don't like being jealous. I don't even like thinking.
And like I said, nowadays I rarely get jealous, even if I do, or even if I ever do, it's very rarely. I'd have nothing to be jealous of these days because, like I said, I have everything I want, and if there's something new I want, I just go out and get it. You know.
What about you're never jealous? I mean, this is just an honest question. You're never jealous that other people have girlfriends or whatever? And
no.
I know. I'm just putting that out there so it's. I know how you feel about that.
I'll go into it. That is an honest question, and for you guys wondering, I am single, and am I happy being single? Absolutely, I'm happy being single. I am very happy being single. I don't have to deal with the drama around that. I don't have to deal with spending money on somebody that will mistreat me. I haven't found the right one, of course. That's what that also means, you know.
Yes, the right one will never mistreat you.
Exactly.
You'll have your disagreements.
I mean, yeah, you'll have arguments. That's part of, being a relationship,
That's what I'm waiting for. I never took the time to wait.
Yes,
I'm working on me so I can be better for whoever comes along.
So yeah, definitely not jealous that other people have girlfriends. Do I wish I had a girlfriend? Absolutely, but I'm not jealous when people. I'm happy for them. I don't, and I also don't care. I don't need one at this moment. I don't want one, at least not right now. Anyway, now when I meet the right one, then absolutely, I may well want to be with that one. Finally, and realize, hey, that might be the one, and there we go.
And hopefully, the number one thing is that God's first.
Absolutely. That is definitely one thing.
For sure.
So, yeah. All right. So that's the end of jealousy. We have one more commandment to go through. Crim Mom, did you figure out which one it is?
I'm having my brain.
It's very simple.
Well, say it.
Do not take the Lord's name in vain.
Which is all the time.
A very good one. Crim Mom, do you want to go first with this one?
This is one that when I break it, I yell at myself because I do not do it.
You very rarely break it.
Very rarely break it. I do not like it. I do not like it.
Like recently, I haven't heard you ever. I don't even remember you ever saying it.
I don't like doing it. I beat myself up when I accidentally slip up. I slipped out before, and then I beat myself up for it.
Well,
it's something I don't want to do.
Well, unfortunately, this is another that I have definitely broken. I've definitely said, lots of things that took his name in vain. I've said it at my brother being pissed off, so pissed that I just don't even know what I'm saying. I've said it during that dark time, during high school all the time, because, again, I turned away, didn't believe it. So I was like,
what Grandma do?
What the heck? It don't matter to me, so I'm going to keep saying it. I was a little turd.
And what did Grandma say every time she heard you say it, though?
I don't want to get into that.
It was, you don't do it. Please don't do it.
Please don't do it. Are you sure that's what you said? Paraphrasing.
Don't ever...
Exactly. I always got yelled at. Even Dad to this day.
I don't ever want to hear come out of my children's mouth. I don't care how old you are. I don't hear.
Mm-hmm. Well, so yeah, that's the 10 Commandments. Those are examples, personal examples. Grandmom even gave some. Uh,
I don't even like other people. I don't even like hearing other people say it.
excuse me. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with you.
No,
know?
but
So,
if it's affects me, it bugs me. I don't.
Here's what you got to do, okay? When other people say it, you got to realize you got to put this in your head because I don't care if people say it. If you want to say it, that's between you and him.
Well,
but if
our job as Christians and as believers of God, we are to help them find Jesus, and them doing that is we're supposed to be giving them encouragement, guidance.
Well, I mean, every time I hear it, she jumped up quickly. Holy moly. If I hear it and it's right in front of me, I'm like, hey, man, come on, watch your mouth. You don't need to say that. Listen, you may not believe, but I do.
Sometimes I don't say anything, though. I'll sit there and go.
But we're doing our job right now by doing this.
Right.
So this is one of the reasons why we're doing it, Right. So that is the 10 Commandments. Now, when is this exactly happening? On Mount, what was it again? Sinai. Mount Sinai. Moses went up to the mountain because we'll get to the story, but basically God told him to go up there, and that's going to do a segue for next week. Next week we're going to start with that story anyway of how Moses got there. But just as a background, we can go ahead and talk about his birth real quick. If I can actually get to Exodus. I think it's actually the first one. Exodus 1. No, Exodus 2. The birth of Moses. Now, a man of the tribal of Levi married, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son, which was Moses, of course. I hope I said that word right, or that name right. Levi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Levi.
Married
Let's see. About this time, a man and woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months.
Yep.
But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of pepper, I hope I'm saying that right, reeds, and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. The baby's sister then stood at the distance, watching to see what happened to him. Soon Pharaoh's daughter...
Well, it was his daughter.
I was right.
You were right. There you go.
Soon Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the river, and her attendants walked along the riverbank. When the princess saw the basket among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it for her. When the princess opened it, she saw the baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This must be one of the Hebrew children, she said. Then the baby's sister approached the princess. Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you, she asked. Yes, do, the princess replied. So the girl went and called the baby's mother. Take this baby and nurse him for me, the princess told the baby's mother. I will pay you for your help. So the woman took her baby home and nursed him.
There you go.
Hold on, I got one more verse.
Okay, go ahead.
Later, when the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. The princess named him Moses, for she explained, I lifted him out of the water.
Well, there you go. So that's the birth of Moses. So the Pharaoh's daughter was the one to... Go ahead and answer. Because I can continue talking.
Hello?
So, yeah, that's basically the story of Moses.
Have you won anything?
Or that's the birth of Moses, I should say.
Oh, shoot.
Trying to think.
You're having a good time, aren't you? Well, that's all that matters when you come home. Okay. They took the tube out of her today.
I'm trying to think how I could say
They're
this.
going to put the semi-permanent one in on Tuesday. I just don't know when. But
Moses grew up. He went out
so
to where
that's what
his
I know
own
right
people
now.
were and watched them
They're gonna do it Tuesday.
at their hard labor.
She's doing.
He saw an Egyptian beating on a Hebrew, one of his own people.
Tell me about it.
Looking this way,
the one
but
doctor
he
I talked to
seen
explained
no one.
everything,
He
and
killed the
talked to me,
Egyptian
but,
and hid him in the
next
sand.
thing, I never know what's happening.
Pharaoh
Lisa
found
told
out
me
and
that
wanted to
much,
kill
but half the
Moses.
time I don't know what's happening.
So, sorry, I had to clear my throat.
Well, what else has been going on?
So
What have you been doing?
the Pharaoh found out, wanted him killed, so he fled. And that's basically where we're going to stop for today, because we're going to start with the burning bush, go all the way to the Ten Commandments part
All right.
next Sunday.
I love you. Okay.
So
Sorry about that.
no, you're good. No, honestly, Moses. The next chapter is Moses. Well, not the next chapter, but the next little story is he killed a Egyptian that was beaten on Hebrew, killed him, and the Pharaoh found out and wanted to kill Moses for it, and so he had to flee. So, what?
No.
Okay, that's basically that's all that you miss.
Yeah, I was just wondering how far you're gonna go.
We're gonna stop at the burning bush because that will be next week.
Where are you at? No.
Oh no, that's basically. I'm just paraphrasing now.
Okay. I just want to know.
I just don't. How do you pronounce he flees to Madian?
Well, I gotta see.
Madian. Again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing these.
Chapter you in?
Still in chapter 2, it says Moses flees to
Find it.
Madian.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, try verse 11. Does yours have I'm sure it does. What's up, Turbo? So it's right after the birth of Moses. It's in fact it was the last one that you read. Right above 11, it says Moses flees to, and again I don't know how to pronounce that, or if I am pronouncing that right.
Mine doesn't say that.
It doesn't give headlines at the very top.
It says Moses. Oh yes, Midian.
Midian. That's where he flees to, basically.
I may be saying it wrong too, but
right.
But I mean,
right. So
I'm not always best at pronouncing things, but I do the best I can.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Turbo.
So yeah, that's so that's basically the lesson for today. Like I said, that will lead into next week. I already have next week's plan. It will be about Moses and the burning bush, getting the slaves out of Egypt, and getting to the Ten Commandments part, which we already went through the Ten Commandments today. We gave examples, and that was fun. So just as a small recap, 10 Commandments, no other gods but me, so he's the only God, no idols, honor thy mother or father, do not take the Lord's name in vain, do not steal, do not kill, do not commit adultery, remember the seventh day, keep it holy, or Sabbath day, do not lie, and do not be jealous of the neighbor, don't be jealous of anything, and that leads to 10 Commandments. Once again, we gave examples of some, and then talked about Moses' beginning, and we're going to talk about his story next week. So Moses is very important. It will be fun. I know Crim Mom knows some of this, and she's ready for next week.
I will do some studying, though.
You'll do some studying? All right. Well, there you guys go. So next week will be about Moses and the burning bush. We'll start with that. Excuse me. And then we'll probably end that around the 10 Commandments part. And that way I can lead you guys back to this one. And then the week after that, we can talk about whatever I come up with.
Well, we have some ideas.
And we have some ideas. But yeah, that should be fun. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already.
Any prayer requests, go ahead and drop those
Yep.
too.
Prayer requests, I'm more than happy to do that here. Crim Mom.
I will be checking as well.
Yeah. We will be checking. For you guys that are interested, I will be live later on my main channel. Just in case y'all want to see that. It is in the description down below. So if you're watching this after it's uploaded, Crim Mom, I prayed last time. Would you like to pray?
I'll do my best with my voice and my nose.
If you would like to. If you would like to. If you don't, then I can definitely pray this time.
Dear Heavenly Father, I lift your name up high on this Sunday. I pray for my children to have a very strong and loving relationship with you. I pray for my mother that her healing continues and this next step that's happening helps her breathe a lot better. I pray for all the viewers, whatever they are going through, you know what they are, help them. I pray for our country because it's in a mess right now, but it's in your hands, God. And your will be done, and you win in the end. So we just thank you. I thank you for everything you've done for me, for my family, everything you're going to do. And I just worship you and thank you for allowing your son to die on the cross for our sins, because we are not worthy. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. That was really good. So anyway, yep. So I'll be live later. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching this after it's uploaded, thank you for everyone that subscribed, that liked, that's sharing. Make sure to share this around. Let me just make sure I got nothing else.
What happened?
Let me see. Nope, nothing more. Alrighty. Well, once again, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Next week will be Moses.
God bless. Have a good week.
God bless. Good week to you. Stay strong out there because Jesus is with you. Anyway.
Look it up.
Right. Anyway, talk to you all later. Much love. God bless. See y'all next week. Bye-bye. And